if you're going to go at a legend, you better not miss. As we know, Angel Reese come out this week. She absolutely crushed her own teammates into the dust. And she even decided to go after a legend. The legendary Courtney Vandersloot, who, of course, blew out her ACL at the beginning of the season. And she is in the midst of making a comeback. And, of course, Angel Reese made some comments that were none too kind to a legend.
It has already been said that the Chicago Sky's 2025 season is a lesson in dysfunction. Even though it was a chaotic year, nobody anticipated the commotion that erupted when Angel Reese spoke out against one of the league's most decorated players, not against rivals.
Yeah, at this point, it's over. That whole Sky Barbie thing, that thing is over. Angel Reese is done in Chicago. They're going to move on. They have to. With what Courtney Vandersloot just came back and said, Courtney Vandersloot just smoked Angel Reese. And you know who else is going in on Angel Reese? You got Nightcap with Unk and Ocho, Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson going in on this Angel Reese situation. She didn't think it was going to go this way. This went all the way in left field. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
It turned into something far worse than what should have been a typical post-game interview, a time to think, regroup, and concentrate. Rhea, who is only in her second season, took use of the occasion to publicly disparage Courtney Vandersloot, a 5-time All-Star, 2-time WNBA champion, and second on the league's all-time assists list, rather than to emphasize improvement or accountability.
With the Sky, she's won a championship with the Liberty. And I mean this when I say this, Jeff Pagliocca does not give two fucks about the star power of Angel Reese. As well as that, it's not like a Caitlin Clark star power where having Angel Reese on your team instantly improves your city's economy. Having Caitlin Clark on your team improves your city's economy. Having Angel Reese on your team doesn't do any of that. It does not do any of that. However, this Courtney Vandersloot is someone that Angel Reese has. She was the one player Angel Reese name dropped in her thing about basically saying she's not good. She's not going to be good enough.
Since the Sky season has been defined by that particular occasion, it did more than just make headlines. It changed the story of a locker room that was already shattered. Respected veterans, past players, teammates, and fans have all voiced their opinions, and the view is almost unanimous. The fallout was severe, and the audacity was astounding.
Angel Reese will be lucky if she has a third of the career that Courtney Vandersloot has had. And by the way, this has only been out maybe an hour, and I'm seeing responses from Angel Reese fans. They are some of the ugliest, nastiest, ghetto thug responses. I'm going to keep it real. Responses I've ever seen in my life. People have calling her, Courtney, a bitch, a hoe. I mean, I shit you not. That's the level of response Angel Reese fans have given this NBA legend.
Given that Vandersloot is 36 years old and recuperating from an ACL tear, Reese's remarks raised doubts about her ability to make a comeback at this point in her career. It wasn't presented as an issue. The delivery lacked humility. It was blatantly offensive and the dismissing of a person whose reputation among the sports elite has already been established by her body of work.
The Chicago Sky, they might be saying to themselves, Angel Reese just isn't worth the headache that she is causing. Great rebounder. As for everything else, she's not worth the headache that she's causing. She's going to call out the organization. She's going to call out the front office. She's going to call out the teammates, throw Courtney Vandersloot under the bus. Doesn't really go over well with the organization. Doesn't really go over well with the teammates.
This is a thick case of irony. In 16 seasons, Vandersloot has accomplished things that most people could never dream to do. Before leading the New York Liberty to their eagerly expected crown in 2024, she led Chicago to their one and only championship in 2021. On the other hand, Rhea has never had a winning record in her professional life. Franchises have been catapulted into the history books by one player. The other continues to struggle to be viewed as more than a liability. Immediately, comparisons came to mind. Seeing a JV player mock Michael Jordan and say the legend was too old to care was like that. Horrible, contemptuous, and uninformed about history.
She said, contrary to what people think, what people say or think, my age is actually not a factor. I am coming back. This is after Angel Reese said, yeah, Sloot is old. We need somebody young that can do this, that got some experience, but we need somebody young. She too old. I don't know if she can come back from that torn ACL. Sloot wasn't going for it. And I'm going to tell you right now, Courtney Vandersloot has won a title in Chicago, and she will not be playing with Angel Reese next year. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Throughout her career, Vandersloot has demonstrated that she doesn't need to over-explain herself. She has done enough. She did, however, react with devastating poise, speed, and accuracy. My age is not a factor, despite what some people may claim or believe. I'm coming back, and I'll be better than ever, because that's what I've always done, she said. Position myself to go back and compete right now.
Angel Reese will make the WNBA bigger than the NFL in 5 years. Girl, what are you smoking? How is this going to work when she can't even sell herself? I mean, the NBA will be lucky if they even last that much longer. That's the point we're at. And who's to say Angel Reese will even be on a team in that long too? Like this girl always. Well, nobody likes angels, Dawn. Like, just get it through your head. And people are going to say, well, she's beautiful. Girl, if that is all you have for your people to back you up on, you know you're doing something wrong. Regardless of what I think, girl, do not rely on that for your whole personality.
It wasn't ostentatious. It wasn't noisy. It was steadfast. She is that person. A professional is characterized by unwavering dedication rather than words. Vandersloot has used play, not stance, to silence skeptics for more than 10 years. This was no exception. It was a clear subtext, re-employs finger-pointing, exaggerated bravado, and excuses to hide. Every time Vandersloot takes the court, she perseveres, adjusts, and gains her spot.
Let us recognize 5-time All-Star, 7-time assist champion, 5-time All-WNBA, 2-time WNBA champion, 2011 All-Rookie team. Angel will not have the career that Courtney Vandersloot has had. She won't. You know why? Because I don't think the league's going to tolerate her long enough. She's going to run her mouth until she just ends up jumping from team to team until she does what I think she should do right now. Quit the WNBA and go to Unrivaled and don't come back.
Vandersloot is not trying to win people over or give off an air of confidence at the age of 36. She is subtly recovering while maintaining the same exacting discipline that helped her perform better for years. Her career has been founded on her unwavering ability to uplift teammates, not on flair or drama.
Angel Reese doesn't touch the floor. Doesn't play in the first half, doesn't play in the second half. Oh, this is interesting. Did Tyler Marsh just say, you know what? Angel, I like the group that we have in right now. We don't need you. We're playing well. I don't know. Does Angel Reese throw a hissy fit in the locker room, says, no, I'm not playing? Kinda did that. Maybe not that exact, but she went about not playing. Yep, instead of coming to help her teammates, she would rather stick it to the Chicago Sky organization.
When Vandersloot walks into a locker room, he immediately lifts the floor. She holds the single-game assist record with 18, is the all-time leader in playoff assists, and has won the assist championship 7 times. Before her injury, her season-long stats of 10.66 points, 5.3 assists, and 3.1 rebounds already exceeded Reese's totals for the whole campaign. Additionally, Vandersloot has always improved the lives of those around her, in contrast to Reese, whose game frequently disrupts the team's flow. She represents the reality that Reese still doesn't understand. Basketball is not a performance for one person. It's a team sport. In comparison, Reese's resume reads like inefficiency overshadowed by unrealized potential. Her difficulties are highlighted by her sub 40% shooting percentage and 3.9 turnovers per game. Each statistic presents the same image. Her mouth moves faster than her game. The notion of a second-year athlete openly contesting a living legend's credentials was unthinkable to many.
This is due to immaturity, inflated ego, people gassing her up. And I blame society, really. I blame society the most of this because it's really predictable when a young person is given all this attention, given money, and all this. But the thing is, it was predictable because we know the level of talent isn't there. Yet the media kept gassing her up. Her fans kept gassing her up.
According to sources, things became even more nasty within the Sky locker room. The story was conveyed by the teammates' body language. Rhea was unable to bend. Not solidarity, but crossed arms, calculated silences, and irritated looks. After the controversy, a team meeting was called, but it simply made divisions worse. According to sources, the damage was irreparable, and this is the current reality in Chicago. On one side, Angel Reese is pulling the team into chaos. Conversely, Courtney Vandersloot exemplifies the professionalism and reliability that the franchise sorely lacks. There is more to Courtney Vandersloot than meets the eye. She exemplifies the ideal style of play for point guards. Her influence extends beyond the box office results. With an incredible 75% team assist percentage, she owns the WNBA record. In other words, her teams move the ball at leagues higher than their contemporaries while she is in control of the floor. She breathes basketball, players flourish, and offenses breathe easier. These intangible characteristics make Vandersloot unique. She has always been respected without the need for bluster or attention-grabbing stunts. She is already noted in history books based on her resume. Every building she enters is impressed by her leadership, and more importantly, her honesty has never been called into doubt. Angel Reese, meanwhile, has only made her problems worse. Conveniently, she suffered a back injury after being suspended for her remarks against Vandersloot, missing a game in which she was supposed to play again. The excuse was rejected by onlookers. Few observed anything other than yet another effort to evade responsibility while fostering a victim narrative. Fans find the irony unpleasant. A second-year player undermines her own potential by basing her own brand on scandal. Reese seems to be sidetracked from progress once more, preoccupied with justifications and unable to accept accountability, all the while Vandersloot keeps quietly preparing for an unlikely but inspiring comeback.
Angel Reese, after playing her previous game against the Connecticut Sun, I believe, after having rest, being suspended for the Indiana Fever game, suddenly, in those 5 days off, Angel Reese's back starts acting up. Oh, my back hurts. My neck. My back. Oh, my back hurts. Angel Reese says, oh, it hurts. Interesting, Angel. Very interesting. What a weird time for your back to start acting up now. Angel Reese said, you know what, Chicago Sky? You want to suspend me for a game? Fuck it. My back hurts. Don't even worry about subbing me back in. Don't even worry about me starting the third quarter. My back hurts. Fuck y'all. I don't want to play for y'all. Leave me the hell alone.
Nor is history on Reese's side. Many WNBA players have continued to make significant contributions after recovering from ACL injuries in their mid-30s. Instead of rim, Vandersloot's skill set is based on vision, IQ, and craft. Because of her running athleticism, aging and injury don't pose as much of a threat to her game as Rhea implies. Her ability to read defenses, her mastery of tempo control, and her effectiveness as an assistant. Those aren't tangible presents that deteriorate. They are innate and intellectual qualities that only get better with practice. In fact, compared to many of her peers, Vandersloot is more resilient to an ACL tear. However, Reese's stats are harsh. Rather of increasing her productivity, she is really decreasing it. She pulls teammates down rather than uplifts them. According to advanced metrics, the Sky, a struggling team, performs even worse while she's on the court. Despite all of this information, Rhea chose to focus on her injured teammate rather than her own shortcomings. The sky is where Rhea is. They have to choose between a young player who has frequently alienated teammates, split fans, and welcomed dysfunction, or a point guard of Hall of Fame caliber recognized for selfless brilliance for their future. The choice is more obvious than it needs to be. Vandersloot is the epitome of reliability, selflessness, and responsibility. Rhea is a symbol of erratic behavior, justifications, and diversion. This dispute is fundamentally not about age or damage. It has to do with professional sports currency. Show respect. Every minute, every assist, and every championship has been earned by Vandersloot. Rhea makes the demand without having demonstrated the effort or sacrifice necessary to support it. And the truth has come to light like glass breaks as a result of their confrontation. One player is poised to use tenacity to regain her position and disprove skeptics for the 18th time. The other continues to get bogged down in justifications, unintentionally penning her own warning before her career really takes off. One thing is clear as Chicago plods through yet another dismal campaign. Courtney Vandersloot doesn't have to use words to defend herself. She is already protected by the record book, the flags, and the titles. Her unwavering resolve is evidence that leadership does not wane with age or that brilliance does not fade due to an accident.
Nobody was wondering, hey, is Courtney Vandersloot going to be back? Will she return to old form? Nobody was even thinking about her. You brought her up and took a direct shot, and she's firing those shots back off at your ass. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is Angel Reese will not be wearing a Chicago Sky uniform next year. They don't have the pieces. They don't even have their own first round pick. They gave it up. So they don't even have the pieces to build through the draft. Free agents aren't going to want to come there. They don't want to go there to play with that team. So they are built to tank without picks. So they're in a bad spot.
Toward contrast, Angel Reese keeps moving irrelevably toward a collision course. Rather than the wins she has brought, her greatest legacy to yet has been the mayhem she has caused. The theme of the Sky narrative was perseverance in the face of hardship. Rather, it has evolved into a comparative analysis. Vandersloot demonstrates how dedication, professionalism, and humility foster greatness. Reed demonstrates how hollow bravado, evasion, and ego destroy potential before it ever blossoms. For this reason, the franchise will have to make a decision going ahead. Either build on noise or character. Put your faith in history's evidence or place your money on a player who is already mired in controversy. For many years to come, the Chicago Sky will be defined by the decision made.
Thing you can't say is she's lazy. That's the only two redeemable she has. But the problem is her motor now is into attention. It's into trying to be famous instead of her game. She had that motor before at LSU. Also, you had Kim Mulkey holding her accountable. She hasn't had a coach holding her accountable at all until this.